What is going on, people of YouTube? My name is Kurtyoy. Welcome back to a brand new video and a brand new review where we look at the upcoming game week, all the best players, why you should pick them, and a special note once again for Fantasy Totes. Before we do get into that, got there in the end, remember to hit the like button, comment down below and subscribe. We are edging closer to 5,000 subscribers, just past 4,500. I'm really messing my words up this video, which is going to be a huge milestone if we hit 5,000. I'm not expecting any time frame on it, but if you could just subscribe and like, that'd be much appreciated. But we have got a video to get on with. Let's start with the goalkeepers, shall we? And the four goalkeepers I have for you are Lloris from Tottenham, De Gea from Man United, you've got Foster from West Brom, and Hennessy from Crystal Palace. Now, I like these four. You've got two premium and two cheaper if you're going for the premium cheap option in goal. Lloris and De Gea I feel like are going to get clean sheets. Lloris is the late kickoff on a Saturday in which he's at home, Wembley Stadium against Swansea, and De Gea faces off at home at the latest Sunday game, 4 o'clock I believe, at against Everton at Old Trafford. So those two you should be looking at getting clean sheets. Everton away from home so far this season. I feel like Chelsea, they were pretty poor. Man City, they did well. I feel like Man City are weaker at the back, so they could exploit that. United have got a much stronger back line and a more structured approach, so that should be harder to break down. So those two I believe should be getting clean sheets. You also got Ben Foster there, West Brom face off against West Ham, battle the Wests, and I think Foster, if not getting a few save points, could potentially get a clean sheet there. West Ham's away record, although they had a first win at home, wasn't convincing. In my eyes, 2 goals that realistically shouldn't have happened on any other game, and their away form's been poor anyway, so I feel like West Brom could be able to take a 1-0 there, maybe a 2-0 if we're lucky for those West Brom attackers. And Hennessy, Crystal Palace, I feel like I haven't had the best of times. De Boer I think shouldn't have been sacked yet. If you give the manager a transfer window, give him at least the first month. But I feel like playing at home against Southampton, Crystal Palace should see a few good saves from Hennessy. He was I think he was the keeper that scored 9 points against Liverpool with 12 saves. Maybe a repeat of that. If not, clean sheet should be on the way. Moving on to the defence, we've got 6 for you today. We've got Davies from Tottenham, Manquillo from Newcastle, Simpson from Leicester, Jones from Man United, Evans from West Brom, and Daniels from Bournemouth. Starting off with Davies. Ben Davies is the informed player in the entirety of FPL, let alone the defence. 5.7, he's still playing for now. If he carries on playing and playing well, assists and clean sheets, he could be getting more and more points, and the price will keep on going up. But then when Rose does come in, transfer him out for about the same price. So simple really, although it's a bit much for me to ask, but Davis I think is an informed player and you should all be looking at getting him in at the moment. Manquillo's another one, another weird one. Newcastle face off this weekend, and I believe they could get a win here, if not a clean sheet win at home to Stoke. Hosselu maybe getting the goal against his own old club, if the loan rules apply, that is. Manquillo I think could be a good cheap player to bring in for your teams as Newcastle look to improve. Another one is Danny Simpson. Leicester this week I feel like could be getting maybe a cheeky 3 points. Danny Simpson maybe a clean sheet or assist. Who knows? We've also got Phil Jones on 5.1 for now. He's still playing because of the European suspension for him and Bailly. You've got Lindelof and Smalling playing in centre back, so pretty much eliminates anyone else from starting centre back apart from him and I really can't think of his name. Bailly. Why couldn't I think of that? I just said it. But Jones I feel like 5.1 into Man United defence. If not, maybe look at Valencia. It's a lot more expensive, but he's probably the best option to have. You also got Evans. Now the interesting one about West Brom is that a lot of people are still flocking towards Hegazi, but he's on very borrowed time for me. He made the mistake, came off before 60 in the 3-1 defeat, and Evans is exactly the same price as Hegazi. So if you want to bring in a West Brom defender, you've got Evans exactly the same price, and he's definitely in a first team because I feel like he's one of the best, if not the best defender they have at their disposal. So go for Evans and not Hegazi, despite the fact he could rise to 5 million. I don't think he'll play much more once everyone is fit. You also got Daniels, another one at 4.9. Bournemouth could be starting to get more points here. Scored a cracker of a goal, so he's got in his locker. And I think Daniels could be a little bit of a interesting option this game week. Well, next up we have the sponsored bit from Fantasy Totes. It's a fantastic website in which I wish I'd have seen it sooner. Personally, you can bet on fantasy football, and I think in the best way possible, it uses the points from the Fantasy Premier League website into 4 different game modes. And last week I only went through 2 because of time. This week got the whole 4. Starting off with Dream Team. My Dream Team this week got Hennessy, Walker, Valencia, Davis, Alonso, Phillips, Mkhitaryan, Eriksen, Vardy, Jesus and Kane. Interesting lot. Kane is my captain, going for 4-3-3, and I've got a better thought than last week. I feel like it's got a lot more potential, this one, and I feel like we could be looking, hopefully, fingers crossed, at a winner. Dream Team is probably my second favourite game mode so far. I only played 2. I do like all 4 of them at the moment. 5-a-side though is easily my favourite. It's where you can bet 5-a-side on featured fixtures. These are Liverpool versus Burnley this week. You've got Chelsea versus Arsenal, Man United versus Everton. I of course went for the bigger game in Chelsea versus Arsenal. I've gone for Czech in goal. We've got Kolasinac and Alonso in the defence, going for 2 at the back, but they're both attacking wide players, I believe. Fabregas in midfield, because I wasn't sure to go with Hazard or Pedro or Willian, who would play, who wouldn't play, and I think Fabregas could be one to go against his former club. And Morata seems to be in form. Chelsea are at home, he loves a home game, so I think Morata could be the one to top it off. Captain this week, Alonso. Got a bit of a feeling that he could do well again, so Alonso's my captain. Then we've got the 2 new ones to this series. You've got a Star Club, in which it pretty much explains itself. You select one club and you can basically bet on the top scoring club this game week. So all the players that are used during this game week, their points will be accumulated together, and they are then produced to see who gets the most points. Effectively, you just got whoever wins 5 or 6-0. Bet on them, because they're going to get clean sheets and attacking returns. And of course this week I've gone for Spurs. It's a simple option for me, and I feel like home against Swansea, clean sheet, a couple of goals, should be the teams to beat. But finally we have got the star player, in which we bet on the star player. Now they have the on the Dream Team, they have the highest scoring player of each game week on the Fantasy Premier League. That's what you're betting on. Which player will get that, or at least the highest points out of everyone that's bets. And I was going to go with Kane, but I thought that's what everyone's going to go with. So I'm going a bit differential in Jesus. Jesus for me, you're looking at the fact Man City play Watford. I feel like Watford like to concede a few goals, although they've improved. And Man City with Jesus, hopefully, he played 90 minutes on Wednesday, so hopefully he'll be able to play and can get me quite a few goals. And this star player, but fantastic website, go and check him out. The link will be in the description. Moving on to midfield, we've got 6 more players for you. We've got Christian Eriksen, Mo Salah, Matt Phillips, we've got Henrik Mkhitaryan, Pascal Gross and Pedro. So I don't know if he's got a first or last name, and if it is, too late, I've forgotten it. But Eriksen, 9.7, gives you that Tottenham coverage, and it's going to be so vital against Swansea. You're thinking set plays could be good, you think an enemy could be good, anything could be good. And Eriksen, he got an assist for Kane's 3rd goal. So if Kane's going to score, Eriksen will most likely assist it, which is good news for any Eriksen owners. I've got him from the start, and I think you two should do. You two should do. You two should. Bring him in. There we go. Mo Salah, Liverpool is 9.1, and Liverpool face off this game week. We're going to try and find it against Burnley. Now, Burnley are quite a bogey team. Away from home, they're doing alright. Unbeaten so far, but I feel like Liverpool could blow them away. But they have got potential to win that 1-0 as well, Liverpool. And I think Mo Salah, with his pace, could be the one to break down the Burnley defence. Matt Phillips is an interesting one. I feel like West Brom are going to score at least once against a West Ham side that do not like playing away. And I see him, £6 million as a decent option for the future as well. Bit of a unit going down the wings, could be good. Henrik Mkhitaryan is another one, £8.4 million against Everton. We can see they're not poor away from home. They did a good job against Man City. Could have got a bit more if they had played a bit better against Chelsea. But for now, Mkhitaryan, I feel like, could be the one to tear Everton apart, and 8.4 million is a decent price for that. You also got Pascal Gross there, 5.4. Plays further forward than an average midfielder, so it could be good to bring him in, especially as Brighton face off against Bournemouth, who haven't won a game and like to concede goals. And Pedro finally, taking a risk. Could be Pedro. Was going to put Fabregas, but Pedro's there instead. Although I said I don't know who's going to play, Pedro for me is the most nailed on one. With last season him staying there, and then Hazard playing on the left. So I think he could be the one to play, hopefully, and score you a few goals. Finally, we are going to go on to the attackers, and we've got Kane, Firmino, Vardy, Jesus and Joselu. Starting off with Kane, 12.4, gets you a striker that's in form in September. I haven't still brought him in because I feel like I've got a better option if you are looking for that big man up front for you to score goals. Kane is the one, and especially at home to Swansea. You've also got Firmino, 8.5 million, and Vardy, 8.5 million. Firmino against Burnley. Could be off penalty taking duties. Hopefully we'll get another chance. And Vardy as well, the pace could be able to break down a rather sturdy looking Huddersfield team. You also got Jesus there, 10.4. I do feel lucky because you'll get a goal if he starts. He did play 90 minutes on Wednesday. And Joselu at 5.5 gives you an option of, I do love players that score against their old teams. He should be able to play. I think it's a loan deal as far as I'm correct. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments down below. And players love to score against their old clubs or parent clubs, so I feel like Joselu is definitely one to score this week. But that happens to be that for this video. Hope you've enjoyed. Remember to like, comment and subscribe, and let me know in the comments down below who are the players I've suggested will you be bringing in, and in general, do you guys like Fantasy Totes? Go and give it a try. The link is in the description for that, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.